Hey, Skills and Frills kiddos. It's so good to see you again. I hope you've been having fun doing our tutorial videos. This week's video is going to be the last one because if we were still in class, we'd actually be ending this week. This would be our last week. And I know it's really a bummer. We didn't get to do our cupcake wars this semester, and we didn't get to finish our tie-dye t-shirt tote bags. We didn't get to screen print them, and I know that that is no fun, but I hope you enjoyed the videos that we sent you guys, and I hope you guys got to do those and that you had fun with that. And hopefully we'll be back in the fall. Hopefully everything will be back to normal by then, and we'll be able to have class again. And we'll send your parents all that information. We're just going to wait a lot closer to time this year, and hopefully everything will be sorted out by then. But today we're going to do some fun graffiti art projects. We did this in Chalford Falls a couple years ago. It was the only class we were able to get it done in. And we had a really good time doing it, but we didn't get to spend a lot of time. So we thought we'd redo it. So you're gonna need some paper, a pencil, and you're gonna need either markers or crayons or colored pencils, however you wanna color in your art. You'll just need to gather those up. So why don't you go ahead and get all your materials together and we'll get started. So we have our piece of paper and we have a pencil. We are going to start by using our name. My name is Heidi, so what I'm going to do is write it very lightly. You might have trouble even seeing this. I'll hold it up to the camera in just a moment, but I very lightly want to write my letters. That's H, E, I, D, I. Now, it's very light, as you can see, but I've used most of my paper here. If you have a long name, then yours will obviously might be taller and thinner. But first, we're going to outline these. And when I say outline, we're going to draw lines on each side of our original. So on this H, as you can see, I'm drawing a line on either side of my original very light line. This will help create a block letter. I'm not drawing on top of the internal letter. I'm drawing on the sides. I'm also leaving the tops and bottoms open, and I'll show you what we'll do with that later. For the E, you'll see that now I've hit my H. That's okay. We're just going to pick back up, and it'll look like it's hiding behind the H. We're also going to leave the end open, and we're going to do the little part in the middle. We're just making our lines again on the inside or outside of our original mark. So you'll see with the I, I'm drawing a straight line on either side of my original light mark, leaving the bottoms and tops open. The same with my D. I'm starting and I'm drawing a much darker, heavier line on the outside of my original lines. And then, like the E, I'm putting the internal circle for the D, and that's on the inside of my original line. Now that I have my name in block letters, I can go ahead and erase the initial very light lines I drew. And that's why we really do them lightly, is we want to make sure that those lines can erase and that we won't see them. It's hard to see on camera, but it was much easier to see in person. So when you do it, you will not have to write super hard that first time. Just very lightly write your name. Once this is all erased, we can start to add some really cool art interest to our piece. And that's kind of what makes it graffiti-like. I like to take the open bottoms and tops, sometimes it's the side, but I like to take those and make really cool little additions. Like here, I think I'm going to do a funky arrow on the bottom of my H. On this one, we might just do something a little less funky because we have something really funky on the other side. But we're going to add some of these cool interest pieces on all our tops and bottoms where they really fit. The E can be a little tricky. It's already hiding behind. We don't have a ton of room, but we can definitely do something interesting here. On the eyes, we'll do something really fun on the bottom, but then at the top where we have our dot, we'll have to do something a little smaller. Let's add something fun to the bottom of this D. We'll just make a funny shape. Something funky on the top. Ooh, zigzag on this I think would be cool. And then we'll just finish up the bottom of our eye. And now we just have something that's a little different and quite unique. So when you're doing your name, just think about those fun things you can add to the top and the bottom. Once we have this done, we'll want to go ahead and start coloring in our art. So for me, I think I'm going to do a couple of different colors, and I'm going to separate them out in my letters. So I'm going to start with this blue, and I'm not going to do the whole thing in blue. So let me just put a stopping point here. That's cool. Something different. And let's color this in. We'll keep coloring. Once I have my letter colored in, I'm going to outline it in all black. That will help give it more of a clean edge. And really make it pop. Look how great that looks. Let's finish our name. So here's my finished product. You can see I added fun shapes to the bottom, and I just used different color markers and just kind of separated them different colors in different areas. I think it looks really cute. Alice is working on hers, it's peace, and she's made a peace sign in the A. Yeah. We'll check back with her in a little bit. So we're going to try this one more time. I'm going to give you another example on the white paper. We're going to do the word love this time because you don't have to do your name. You can choose anything you want. So again, my first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my letters just with regular old print. Okay, I have L-O-V-E. Then on those original lines, you can see they're very light, they're very thin. On each side of those lines, I'm going to draw my darker lines, okay? So it's not on the original part, it's on each side of my original. This is what's going to make my block. So I'm just drawing on each side of those original lines. I, again, am leaving the tops and the bottoms open just so I can add some interest later if I choose to. So on my O, I'm going to draw a circle on the outside of my original line, and then I'm going to need to go on the inside and draw a circle. I've made mine a little big on one side, so I'll fix that when I do the inside part of my O. But again, I'm on the inside and outside of my original lines. I'm making these into block letters. The same for my V. On each side of my original lines, I'm going to add my heavier outline. Sometimes your letters are going to overlap, especially if you have a longer word or name and are trying to get everything fit. That can sometimes be a little tricky, but again, it's okay. Now I might add a little interest here. I'm going to erase my original lines that you can see, maybe fix up any of the issues I have. I'm going to add any of my funky edges that I want, like I did on my original, and then we're going to color it in. So we have finished our graffiti artwork. This is the first one you saw when I did my name. I love how it turned out, and I love the different colors in each of the letters. This one I made more plain. This one just says love, and I made each letter one color, but I love the way it looks. I think it's cute. This is Alice's. She did the word peace. I love that she made the A into a peace sign. It's super cute. And I love the different things that she did in hers instead of coloring them fully in. Like I love the yellow circles, and it looks almost like a watermelon pattern on her E. And the A is really cool. She did a lot of different things, and I think it looks really cool. So I want you to use your imagination, and I want you to make some really cool graffiti art. I hope you guys loved making graffiti art. I can't wait to see what you guys came up with. Definitely show us. Remember, we're on Facebook and Instagram. We're Skills and Frills. That's Skills, the letter N, Frills, Skills and Frills on both Facebook and Instagram. And I definitely want to see what you guys came up with. Abigail has been posting a ton. We sent her a little something to say thank you. So definitely keep showing us what you're working on. Even if it's a couple weeks before you even get to these videos, even though we've put them up every week, you might not get to them every week. So keep showing us throughout the summer. We can't wait to see you guys in the fall. Again, we'll be in touch sometime in July, probably. We'll see what's happening, and hopefully we'll be able to have class in the fall, and we'll get to see you guys again. So have a great summer. Stay healthy. Wash your hands. Have fun at the pool, the beach, whatever you're doing. We miss you guys, and we'll see you soon. Bye.